role have you taken on this in your room?
Definitely since we got a new offense, trying to teach them, trying to, how they're still trying to learn and stuff, trying to give them little tips in here, trying to say that, oh, this is this protection and you got to do this and do that, and just staying on top of them, trying to make them be a pro.
Do you like doing that stuff?
Yeah. Definitely watching film, learning tendencies, learning defense, learning fronts, stuff like that.
Daniel, do you think you're carving out a role for yourself with this
Yeah,
offense?
I feel like it's a week-by-week basis. I feel like as I improve and show what I can do, the role's going to keep increasing.
You guys were grinding them out late there and kind of ran them into the end zone. You got a touchdown. What was that feeling like? Like, hey, like we bullied up an opponent with the run game, and is that something that you guys can build off of, that you guys feel confident about?
Yeah, it definitely feels good when we know the run game is going, because, that's what we preach every day. We got to get the run game going. So, it felt good to us to know that, we can run the ball all game and we can wear defense out.
Izzy's role on this team continues to get bigger and bigger each week. As a vet, who's seen him since day one, what have you seen that's allowed for him to grow as a person and a player to take on this type of responsibility?
Definitely taking the coaching every day. He was a young guy. He was, his head was everywhere. He didn't know who to look at in protections. And now, like I said, we've been watching more film. So now he's, looking where he's supposed to look at and, slowing down, reading defense and with the run game and stuff like that. So he's doing a good job.
When you look back at young Izzy, are you surprised to see where he's at now or no?
No, never surprised. I remember the first run during spring before COVID, he broke a long one. It was like, oh, this kid gonna be special, and he is.
Against West Virginia, Keaton throws for 300. Last week, you guys rushed for 1,000 yards, however many it was. What is that? Does that say more about Coach Cignetti and how deep that playbook runs? Does that say more about that offense and how versatile it is? What do you think about that?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like Coach Sig puts us in the best position to win at all times. And last week we had a freshman quarterback coming in, so we had to lean more on the run game and stuff like that. So I feel like it's just we real balanced this year.
Daniel, given the lack of opportunities last year, what was that like as a running back to have a game like that? What kind of juice was that for the room?
Oh, it feels so great. Knowing what we always preach in the off season and during camp and now in the season, it feels great. Knowing that we can run the ball and we have some success.
What does it mean to have that level of balance, especially with ACC play coming up so soon?
I feel like that's good, so you're not like one-dimensional how we was last year. Everybody knew we had a Heisman candidate quarterback, and they knew we was going to throw the ball 40 times. Now we can do both, and they don't know what we're doing.
Andre?
It looks like you guys, the offense has adjusted pretty well to a new offensive scheme. Did it take you guys a long time to kind of get the hang of Cignetti's scheme?
I feel like the schemes are not really too much different. It's just, the terminology. Everything is, like the verbiage of it is different, but it's all the same stuff.
Coach Powell told us about how there's a lot of plays that are similar in how you guys are supposed, like the style of run, but it just varies from formation to formation. Does that make it easier for you guys in the backfield to be like, hey, we just got to memorize maybe like these 4 or 5 or however many concepts? It's going to be I just got to read the front differently.
Sometimes like that, but on the offense, the running back, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got a lot of stuff we got to line up in, come out of. It's a lot of checks. A lot of trying to run away from blitzes and stuff like that. So I'm saying our jobs is not easier either, but we just a whole collective as a group just working toward it.
Is that more complicated than when it was with Mark Whipple the last couple of years? Does it ask more of you guys?
Yeah, definitely ask more of us. But last year we was more pass heavy, so we get to showcase our pass blocking skills and pass pro, learn that. But now we get to showcase our run skills a little bit.
There's been a lot of rotation on that offensive line, particularly from center to right tackle with some injuries and players rotating in. Does that make your job or the running back's job a little bit more difficult or easier? What do you say about that?
No, I don't think, because, from the 2s to the 1s to the 2s to the 3s, you really don't see a difference. So I feel like, any guy can come in and play winning football.
Daniel, what's something about your game that you're kind of anxious to show that people haven't seen yet?
People think that, I'm a fullback when I'm really not. I play running back. I was recruited here as a running back. I was a 4-star. But just to show them that, I can do everything that everybody else can do, run, pass, catch, doing everything, to be honest.
What's your opinion of Jake Cradle? Is he a really bad guy over there?
No, nah, he's great.
How do you keep all this plays straight? Coach Powell said yesterday that there's 250 run and pass on the calling card. How do you keep it all straight in your head?
The call ready list is by, groups and stuff like that. So basically it's just trying to break down every group. So it'll be like a 21, then a 12, and then 11. So just going over them plays every day.
So you can go one group at a time. Then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before the season, Coach Narduzzi said he didn't think you guys would have a 1,000-yard rusher. He said he expected a 1,000-yard rusher. Do you expect that as well?
Yeah, I expect a couple of us. Yeah.
Anything else for Daniel?
What was the feeling? You scored a couple times this year. You said you wanted to show that you're a runner, you're running back, not just a fullback. What was that feeling like when you were able to score and really show that?
I mean, it feels good. The more opportunities I get, the more I can show.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.